Good morning, people. Today is Thursday, January 11th, 2024. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. This is the Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple: to help you get from where you are to someplace better, from point A to point B, from someday I'll rock and roll quotes to success landia. And we do that through by providing you tools and helping you learn how to use the tools. That's it. No big deal. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Helping you on your journey through life by providing you tools to help you become successful on your journey. Providing you tools, and number two is showing you how, helping you learn how to use them. Not showing you how to use them, helping you learn how to use them. And we try to employ a Navy SEAL type learn one, do one, teach one approach to it. And we suggest that you incorporate that into your daily routine. In fact, routine, keyword, great. That's what this is about. So, this podcast is about creating good routines, about creating good, healthy routines. That's it. Because if you have a routine, you have a habit. If you have a habit, that will change your life. Boom. Winner. Alrighty then. So let's get started. This is a two-part morning routine. First part is on the podcast. The second part is after the podcast. The podcast in itself is two parts. There's the breathing exercise, which is something you can use throughout the day, and the planning part. Because if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So we plan our work and we work our plan. Boom, simple. Winner. Okay, now the post podcast is three parts. There's the exercise and attitude of gratitude, review of yesterday, examination of yesterday. What did we learn? There's 4 questions on that. And then there's the projecting the day and then go doing it, like an athlete, seeing themselves do the thing before they do the thing. So they picture it and then they do it. Okay, so that's it. And our overall program is 4. Let's see how they do it in Germany. 4 parts. 1 part physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Those 4 parts. 4 parts: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Spiritual is the most important part. Number 1. Okay, cool. Let's get started with our breathing exercise because we've got a lot of things to do today. Just the instructions are down below. You can follow on and learn. 2-part Professor Andrew Huberman from Stanford on what to do. We are going to gain energy. So we exhale completely and then inhale through our nose. And once more. And so our goal is to get as much air in our lungs as possible, fill up those little air sacs in our lungs, get out the old air, have a sip of coffee. Bellissimo. Oops. Alrighty then. Okay, so that's the first part over. Now we'll go to the planning. I'm going to go to our worksheet. Worksheet is attached. There's a link to the worksheet down below. You can download this onto your phone and do it throughout the day. Okay, theme of today, employment planning workshop day number 4, execution. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's go to planning. 4 simple steps. Number 1, there's 4 simple things. It's simple. Say with as a, not an affirmation, but an incantation. as Tony Robbins says, an incantation. You're willing it into your existence. You're programming the reticular activating system. Something great is going to happen to me today. Something great is going to happen to me today. And it already has. I call it G School. See down below. David Kelly talking about Arthur Bandura. Okay, moving back. Okay, something great is going to happen to me today. Incantation, program the rats. Always look on the bright side. Things could be a lot worse. No matter how bad they are, they could be worse. And you could imagine things that could make it way worse. Number 3, seek discomfort. Don't be pursuing comfort. Seek discomfort. When it comes and you overcome it, which you will, you'll get a little shot of dopamine. It's going to make you feel better. You can also feel better because you know that you can handle it. It breeds competence and thus confidence. Advice from an 80-year-old: send your loved ones flowers, think of a reason later. So boom, just send flowers, think of a reason later. That's come out of style in the last decade. Have your 3 simple goals for today. I've already accomplished 3 things today, and it's only 6 a.m. Focus on 6 important things to get done today. 6 important things to get done today. State pen practical exercise on a book. This is day 4 in week 2, inside our school-sized kingdom. All righty then. Let us talk about employment planning workshop. How are we doing for time? 4:13 in. Good, not bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, as Jesus said in The Chosen. I think episode 5, season 1. When the leper puts on a new robe. Not robe, but whatever they call it. Not too shabby. Green is your color. All right, boom. I'm officially enrolled in school starting on January 20th. I think most of my books arrived yesterday. I've got to pick them up. Going to Las Vegas today. Big things could be happening on Fort Freedom. Cool that. Peloton. Bingo, bango, bongo. Really good. Anxious to get on that today for 20 minutes. Routine. That's what it's all about. Routine. Daily routine. Habit. When you do it, when you do the things that are part of your routine, part of your habit, little shot of dopamine gets you moving forward, focused on positive direction. And then when you actually do the thing, you feel good. Could be serotonin. Who knows? Whatever. Angel's cocktail. All right, but let's talk about employment planning workshop day number 4. Day number 4. So day number 3 was, well, let's go back to day number 1. Day number 1. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? Who do you need to become? If you can't answer those questions clearly, keep thinking about it. Program the rats. Figure it out. Plant the seed. Waiteva. What you think about, you bring about. So what is it that you want to do? This is for a lifetime that is going to give you stable, meaningful, and at a livable wage. What is it you want to do? Okay. Why do you want to do it? Second question. Why do you want to do that? Third question. Who do you need to become? And it's not who you are today. Okay. So because if you were that today, you wouldn't be asking the question. You'd be living your life. Perfect. Good. Move forward. Bang. Day 2. Who does what you want to do? Who does what you want to do? Think of 3 to 5 companies that do what you want to do. Go on the internet. Day 3, intelligence, meaning learn about those companies. So you're going to create a separate resume for each company. You want to Research them to the point where you know more about them than the person interviewing you, unless the person interviewing you is the owner. But then even you might be able to give insight to the owner that he never or she never thought of before. Never thought about that. I thought I was just doing this, but now that you're talking to me about the context of these other companies, wow, right, thank you, man, cool. You're way better than everyone else interviewing for this job. Day number 3 is intelligence. Research those companies. You might find one you don't like anymore after researching. No, I'm not really interested in that company. Okay, boom, off the list. Next. Today is intelligence. This is where you create the plan. This is where you send the resume, but you want to think in terms of your interview. Remember, the resume is only the ticket to the interview. Most people think they could get hired based upon the interview. No, I mean, based upon the resume. No, the resume is the ticket. So it has to be perfect, because if you can't create a perfect looking resume, you can't do the job well enough to get hired. They're not looking for the best person. They're looking generally. They're not looking for the best person for the job. Given the time and resources, they're looking for somebody who's better than the other people. And if you can't even do a resume right, you can't do anything else. Perhaps we'll have another video on the resume writing, but we have in our employment planning workshop group, we have videos on the interview process itself. Okay, so resumes, story. You've got to be prepared to answer the question, why do you want to work for us? And you need to have a compelling story, which we're going to learn next week, week 3 of our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. You have to have a compelling story. Talk to them about why you want to work there. And the answer to the question, the first answer to the question, why do you want to work for, or why should we hire you? That question, why should we hire you? The answer is because I'm going to make you more money than anyone else applying for this job. And you've got to do it this way, because I'm going to make you more money than anyone else applying for this job. Pause, wait for it. And in their brain, they're going to be, what? What? Did this person go to novum-u? Okay. And so creating the resume, the interview, but most important is you want to set your interviews with all of these companies the same week in the shortest amount of time possible. Because when we get to talking about the actual interview process, how you're going to do it, how you're going to win, it's important. If they like you and they say, when can you start? You don't do it tomorrow. Like, I'm going to start right now. No. It's, well, I told you I'm interviewing with you and your top 2 competitors, and my interviews are scheduled this day and that day. But I can get back to you Thursday at 4, whatever. I can get back to you after my last interview. And then you hope they're going to say, well, what does it take to get you to not interview there? Because we really like you and we think this is the best fit. And then your answer as a bonding experience, your answer is, oh, please don't put me in that position. I gave my word. They set time aside for me. Somebody else didn't get to interview because of me. I have to follow through with my commitment. That is going to get you even more points versus what does it take for you to not go do the interview? Oh, I'll take an extra $1 an hour. I'll take this. Okay, you're just a what? A prostitute or a mercenary. Everything that you said before, you negated. It's not about the job. It's about the money. It's not about who you are as a person. It's not about your character. It's just about, they put the cheese out. Oh, grabbed it on the cheese. Okay. So probably have another thing on that. But step 4 is the most important step. Everything builds to step 4. Step 5 is what happens in the meantime, but we're at 14:47. More importantly, it's 6:19. I got to get this thing done to get on the Peloton. And cut. Boom.